Let's dive into a message that's meant just for you from those watching over you. Have you felt like a friend has been pulling away? Maybe they've been hard to get a hold of, or just seem off. When you do talk, it's like there's an awkward air that's hard to pinpoint until you really think about it. Your guardian angels want you to know that your friend has been wrestling with something big. Last Tuesday, something clicked for them, a kind of light bulb moment that made them retreat into their thoughts. They're not trying to worry you, they're keeping it under wraps. But this thing? It's getting harder not to notice, even in places like social media, where everyone's usually so connected. Hold up though. This message isn't just a heads up. It's sprinkled with 3 special signs, little hints about what's been going on with you, and also lucky vibes for what's coming. As we get to the heart of it all, these signs will shine through. Stick with us till the end. You might find something that clicks for you, something that helps in ways you didn't expect. So, about your friend this distance thing? It started because of a realization they had about themselves. And guess what? You're part of that realization. Picture this. A friend seems to be playing hide and seek lately. Not in the usual fun way, but more like they're avoiding hangouts or chats. There's this odd tension, like a puzzle that's missing a piece, and you don't notice it until you really focus. Your special watchers from above hint that your friend stumbled upon a big thought last Tuesday, and now they're in a bit of a maze, worried about how you'd feel if they shared it. Friendships and all sorts of close ties aren't always a smooth ride. Think of them like a garden. They need care, time, and sometimes a bit of a struggle with the weeds. These connections, whether they make you laugh or cry, are golden. They shape your journey, adding colors and shades you might not see right away. The universe is kind of like a wise old map maker, bringing people into your life who open new paths, sometimes in surprising ways. This friend who's been a bit ghostly? They're at a crossroads, wanting to be a bigger part of your adventure. They're tangled up in feelings, not sure if it's about romance or just wanting to be closer. They've stepped back into the shadows a bit, trying to untangle their thoughts. Now, onto a little cosmic wink called a synchronicity sign. Ever spot a lone button? Maybe one with an eye-catching pattern just lying there, as if it's waiting for you? Maybe you found one and wondered about its story. You find a lone button, no thread, no fabric in sight. It's like finding a leaf blown far from its tree. Ever wonder about its story? Who wore it? What coat did it fall from? This button, lost and now in your hands, is like a mini mystery, a riddle without an answer. It makes you think, doesn't it? About where we all fit, about our own stories and connections. That's the magic of the button sign for you. It's all about reaching out, finding your people, feeling like you belong somewhere. This tiny button, even with its cool design, might look simple, but it's a giant when it comes to meaning. It shows us how curious we are, always looking for where things or we belong. Every time you pick up a button and wonder about its past, it's like looking into a mirror that reflects our need to connect, to find our place in this big world. Now think about your friend, the one who's been a bit quiet. They're on a bit of a journey, trying to figure out where they fit, especially with you. It's a lot for them to sort out, filled with feelings and questions, and they're not quite ready to talk about it yet. So they're chatting with another buddy to help untangle their thoughts. Here comes the next hint from the universe. The bow and arrow. It's not just any old symbol, it's about aim, skill, and hitting your mark. But it's also about love. Think of Cupid and his arrows. Yet, what good is a bow without its arrow? It's like having the tools, but not the right moment to use them. It's a nudge for us to find the right moment, the right way to share our feelings, to really connect and find where we belong. Imagine if you had an arrow, But no bow, it's like having a key without a lock. They need each other to work right, to fly far and hit the mark. Just like the lost button that whispers about finding where we fit, and the bow and arrow that show how teamwork makes things happen, these signs are nudging you towards a big light bulb moment of your own. It's all about listening to what your heart is saying, quietly but clearly. The road ahead? It's filled with bumps and turns, especially with this friend of yours who's been a bit quiet. How they're feeling and what they're thinking is part of a bigger story that could end up making your world a whole lot brighter. Your guardian angels have some advice for you too. As you navigate what's coming, remember to keep your cool and stay kind. Everyone who comes to you now, they're looking for a bit of understanding, something you have plenty of. They care about what you think, really listen to you. And about what this friend needs from you, it's still a bit up in the air. They're wrestling with their feelings, trying to figure out the best way to show what's on their mind. Seeing why your friend has been a bit out of touch lately isn't too hard once you get the full picture. They've got a lot on their mind and heart they wish they could share, but they're stuck on finding the right words. They're going to need a bit of encouragement from you to open up when they're ready. And just as you start to understand this, along comes the last sign. The dove. This bird isn't just any symbol, it's all about peace. But here, we're talking about the peace you feel inside, that calm and quiet in your heart when everything finally makes sense. The dove gently reminds us to have patience and to spread kindness and understanding. Let these three signs, the lost button, the bow and arrow duo, and the calming dove, reach out to you. Let them speak to your heart. Trust in that inner voice to weave their stories together, revealing a special message meant just for you. Let their guidance fill your life with light. To wrap it up, here's a simple wish for you. May you have the wisdom to see beyond the silence of those around you, offering a steady hand when they're struggling to find their words. May the gifts of clear communication, true partnership, and inner peace lead your way, helping you to be a beacon of empathy and love in moments of uncertainty. May you move forward with confidence, knowing that your acts of kindness are creating paths of light. Your guardian angels have one last nugget of wisdom to share. It's totally okay if you don't have all your future plans figured out. Nobody really knows what tomorrow might bring, and that can be a bit scary to think about. But guess what? Knowing everything about the future could be overwhelming too. The best approach is to trust the journey the universe has in store for you, and just do your best every day. To make this message truly yours, just type 222. It's like saying, I'm ready for whatever comes my way. And if you're feeling kind, drop a cheerful note for someone else who might see this. Your good words can start a chain reaction of happiness, sending good vibes out into the world and right back at you. It's all about sharing the love and lighting up someone else's day. Now get ready for a little twist. There's a way to sneak a peek at your soulmate, or so they say. Imagine seeing a drawing of the person who's meant for you, whether they're someone you already know or someone you're yet to meet. There's an idea out there that promises to show you a sketch of this special someone. It's a fun thought, isn't it? Keep an eye out for another message coming your way soon. You never know what cool or comforting words you might hear next.